High Court and Bengaluru Stampede incident outlines a series of lapses and mismanagement. It states that DNA, the firm, the event managing firm, only informed the police about a possible victory parade on the 3rd of June, but did not formally seek permission as required under the 2009 city regulations, leading to a denial of approval by the Kivon Park police. Now, despite this, RCB went ahead with the event, posting public invitations on social media on the 4th of June, including a video featuring Virat Kohli, inviting fans to a free entry celebration. Let's go across to Imran joining us on the broadcast with more details. Imran, the blame has been placed on Virat Kohli and company. And, is this an attempt to shift onus and responsibility on the firm and the team?
Well, absolutely. In fact, the opposition is what is alleging is that in order to hide their mismanagement, hide their guilt, the government is shifting the blame on RCB, DNA and the cops and the KCA. In fact, the Michael Kuna report too had said that this is the cops and RCB and DNA to be blamed for it. Now the status report filed with the Karnataka government in the High Court in a sealed cover has very clearly laid the blame clearly on RCB, DNA and also KCA. They say there are several cases of lapses and misjudgment on the part of the RCB. First, they didn't take permission. They sought permission on June 3rd and it was denied by the Kivon Park police. Despite that, on June 4th, they put out a tweet saying they're asking fans to come and there'll be an open-air, parade, victory parade. And that led to whole chaos and frenzy over it. And after that, they put out a tweet saying that there will be no tickets at the Chinnaswamy Stadium, including the Virat Kohli's video. And that led to even more frenzy among the fans and stooped. And even though there were no permission for the Chinnaswamy Stadium event, they went ahead and organized it, and this led to the entire chaos. And cops didn't have enough time, and there was a lapse on the part of the cops in not providing adequate security, is what the interim report has said. Now, whereas the opposition is claiming is that who is the one who directed the cops, even though the cops in a letter very clearly said that they cannot manage this much of crowd. There could be, lapses, there could be mismanagement, and the government should cancel the permission. Despite that, some powerful politician allowed it to event to go ahead. And who is this powerful politician? Why is there not? The report mentions that, despite the cops mentioning about it, is what the opposition is targeting. They're saying that in order to, keep themselves blame-free, they put the entire onus on the cops, RCB, DNA, and the KCA.
All right, Imran, thank you very much for getting us the details. Let me, in fact, take this across to the guests who are joining us on the broadcast. And we have PK Jain, former IPS, and Bejon Mishra, consumer rights activist. Let me first go across to Bejon Mishra. Bejon Mishra, how do you see this development? Do you agree with the state's assessment that Virat Kohli and company and the event management or the event organizing firm solely responsible for the Stampede?
Not at all. Not at all. You see, we have to appreciate that government has to have enough intelligence sources to gather information in terms of large events which are to be organized. And the report is not credible because it's been done by a government-sponsored agency. It should be neutral. The report has to be from a group of neutral people who have no interest within the government nor with the RCB. So where is the credibility of this report? The report is not credible at all. And I'm sure the court will take cognizance of that fact that they need to get some eminent people, experts who are neutral to write a report. Now this report looks to be one-sided. It is biased. It is motivated because, they just want to show off their responsibility. They don't want to become responsible because they want to shift the blame to RCB because that's the easiest thing to do. So I strongly feel that such kind of investigations should be done by neutral, eminent people, and not government-sponsored people.
Okay.
And that is very clear because it is coming out. The government is trying to hide behind, their lapses.
All right. So you're saying. Okay, so you're saying that they are trying to cover up the misgovernance and its own inefficiency. Let me bring in PK Jain. PK Jain, is the government trying to absolve itself and shunning responsibility in this case?
Thank you very much for having me here. Yes, absolutely. First of all, they held the police commissioner responsible and transferred him for no reason. See, an event which was being called by, let's say, the Karnataka Cricket Association or by the RCB, but after that, in the same event, you find the chief minister and the deputy chief minister both remaining present. Now, do you think that anybody in his right senses would say that the event was not officially sponsored by the government? It was official. All these ministers and the bigwigs were there. In order to shove off their own responsibility, they first held the police accountable. Now, in this report, they are holding the RCB accountable. It's absolute sham. In fact, they are only looking for soft targets. It is the chief minister and the deputy chief minister who should take the blame for this. And if the police had given a report that they cannot handle crowds at such short notice, they should respect the professional view of the police commissioner. So it only shows their extreme
a lot of hypocrisy exposed as well. On one hand, you say that the police, yes, that the police had denied permission, and then you go ahead and you sack the top cops, and then, you know, a report is released saying that the blame lies with the firm and the team and not the government at all. So contradictory versions coming to fore. PK Jain and Mr. Mishra, stay on with us. Let's also listen into the other political reactions that we are getting, and clearly the face-off has erupted now with the BJP relying on Karnataka High Court over report being submitted by Sarkara, blaming RCB for the stampede.
No, let me see the report, and I don't want to jump to conclusions. Once the report is, we see it. See, this is not a blame game here. If there is some lacuna or if there has been some mishandling of the situation, who is responsible, we have to take action. That's why the commission has been appointed, and it essentially created a hue and cry, and the people died, and it was a national news, international news. We have to take action. So let us wait for the report, see what the report says. Based upon that, the cabinet will take the further decision.
The state government is only attempting to absolve itself from the guilt of killing 11 people in the stampede. Even Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar had tweeted and asking people to come for the felicitation program. When RCB and KSA is responsible for inviting the spectators, equally Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar will also be responsible for the similar crime they have committed. It is sad the government appointed a committee which was very certain he will give a favorable report to the government, and that's what happened. Now they have filed a status report in the High Court. I am sure the High Court will certainly look into all these lapses by the state government and the RCB.
All right, now that the report has been submitted in the High Court, we'll have to wait to see how the High Court observes this entire development and the report that has been submitted. Thank you very much to our guests, PK Jain and Mr. Mishra, for joining us in the broadcast with your perspective. We're moving on now. We are in fact shifting our focus